We're honored to welcome back to the program His Excellency Timothy Broglio, Archbishop of the Archdiocese for the Military Services, U.S.A. Thank you so much for joining us.
Very happy to be with you.
So first, as Archbishop of the Military Services, what is your reaction to the ceasefire agreement?
Well, obviously, I'm happy for anything that might lead us toward peace, and so I'm happy that that at least the two sides are talking to each other and perhaps looking for a solution to avoid any sort of armed conflict and perhaps pull back on the tensions in the area.
And of course, this certainly is a work in process. Now, when we look at the church, it does provide clear teachings on what is needed to embark on a conflict and also how to wage war. In your view, have those criteria been met here?
I don't think they have. I think that really the dialogue that's taking place now should have taken place before any sort of military action was taking place, because you do have to measure the amount of force used. You have to measure also, was the United States directly attacked? Certainly it was not. And so I think some of those elements are missing.
Now, the ceasefire is in place, and it's for 2 weeks, but it doesn't mean that the men and women in the military can stand down. Things could be more tense than ever as they are keeping a watch. How is the Archdiocese caring for the spiritual needs of military service members and their families during this time of conflict?
Well, we're trying very, very much to meet the spiritual needs with the chaplains who are actually in the Middle East right now. And I know that they're working very hard to answer some of the questions that men and women might have. They're bringing the sacraments to them. And at the same time, most of the families that were in the area, such as the ones who were in Bahrain, have been brought home. So they're either in Europe or they're back in the United States.
Now, as you mentioned, working towards peace, that's key. In your view, what does an authentic peace look like at this point, and how concerned are you that Lebanon has been excluded from this ceasefire?
Well, I'm very concerned about that, especially because my French colleague yesterday contacted me asking for some support for the troops that are there that are defending the ceasefire that was arranged a long time ago there. And so there is genuine concern. And I think that's problematic, that it isn't a whole vision of the entire area, because the Middle East, as we know, has been a tinderbox for a long time. And so it would be helpful that any sort of peace dialogue involve all of the participants and all of those who might be either belligerents or victims of any sort of military action.
Archbishop Timothy Broglio, thank you so very much.
I'm very happy to be with you.